Happy Sunday. That's right. Streaming on a Sunday. Usually I try to stream on Mondays, multicade Mondays, but as you guys know, if I have too much going on where I know I'm not going to be able to do a multicade Mondays tomorrow, I do an I Hate Mondays show on a Sunday because what we try to do is we try to hold back Monday just a little while longer. That way we can enjoy the rest of our Sunday. I hate Mondays just like all of you. Going back to work is a drag. I totally get it. I totally understand. And my job is going to be crazy this upcoming week as well. So I definitely wanted to get together with you guys as well. I'm also feeling a lot better. I know on Friday on the Super Game Room dudes, I was under the weather. Tried to still do the shows to not disappoint the fellas and stuff, but man, sometimes you should probably just take a week off if you're not feeling good, right? But either way, I'm back to my old self. I'm feeling energetic. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling pretty good about what I'm seeing in this home arcade community, as well as what we're seeing from these companies. There's been a lot of interesting news and tidbits and things coming out from all these companies. Arcade One Up, AtGames, New Wave Toys, Numbskull, you name it. All kinds of stuff coming out. And I don't know about you guys, but are you feeling a shift? If you're feeling a shift, let me know because I'm starting to feel that shift. I'm starting to feel like the positivity again. Like we went through negative times this year. 2023 has not been a great year for this hobby, for this niche. I should know because I invest a lot of time and money in this hobby or niche. But it just really hasn't felt like it felt back in 2020, 2019. Back when we were having fun, when it was just let's all get together, huddle up, and talk about retro gaming. But I've noticed over the last couple of weeks, everyone's starting to get excited again. I mean, is it just me? You guys got to let me know in the live chat if you disagree. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out from these companies, and that gets me pumped, man. That gets me pumped. Maybe it's the holiday season. Plus, we know a lot of the products you've probably been sitting on that have been on your shopping list for the year. You're waiting for them to go on sale. You're probably going to pick them up in the next couple of months because we know this stuff always goes on sale during the holiday season. But yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's see who's here in the live chat. It's just me, Stardust. Well, hey, I asked you to tell me what you thought. I'm actually noticing that a lot of people on YouTube are a lot more positive. They're a lot more happy. As well as the products and the companies are actually doing stuff, right? Like when there's no news for months on end, a lot of people get flustered, man. A lot of people get flustered. The pandemic definitely helped out home arcades. It definitely helped out home arcades. That's for sure. I agree. John is here. Orion is here. Jason's here. Thanks so much for moderating the show tonight. Bobby Broadway's here. Bobby's got an ear infection, guys. Do us a favor. Give him some well wishes in the live chat. Bobby, hope you feel better. I'll try not to scream too much. That way you can enjoy the broadcast and it won't burst your eardrum. Vet is here. Adam Kolb is here. The Bears, yeah, they lost again, but I gotta say, man, Tyson Pageant for the Bears while Justin Fields has been out, you gotta give it. The kid's playing his ass off. Like the kid is trying. Yeah, he threw 3 interceptions today, but he threw a couple touchdowns as well. But he's trying. He's really trying. Like he doesn't go out there and half-ass it or ham it up. Like he's out there busting his butt trying to make something happen for that team. That kid's got a lot of my respect right now. Part of me almost wishes they just keep him as the starter and have Justin Fields as the backup. The kid needs more time behind the saddle, and who knows how good he will be? How good he will be? Most touchdowns ever in NCAA history, so that does mean something, even if it was not Division two or whatever. Tony C's here from Houston. Hazo's here. Good to see you. iArcade leaves and we all get happy. Yeah, I'm actually wearing my iArcade hat today, and that's because it's orange and it matches my orange pinball shirt. But that's the only reason why I wore the hat. So no conspiracy theories, please. Tyndale's here, Michael Suna's here, Tango's here. What's up, man? Scotty B's excited for some 4K pinball. Andy's game room is here as well, and Chris is here as well. Trying is something my Seahawks offense didn't do today. There you go. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl? Let me know in the live chat. I'd love to hear who your guys your picks are for the Super Bowl. Would love to hear it. Say by zero, sup lads. Wouldn't it be cool though if Dallas did? I mean, they're going to end up going to playoffs, but wouldn't it be cool though if they actually won something? It's been a long time for the Cowboys, right? It's been a long time for the Cowboys, but I do like the Bills. Um, I like their quarterback. That would be cool to see him as well. Yeah, go Bills, man. Yeah. What up, O Dubs? Thanks so much, man. All right, so we got a few things I want to talk about tonight. Get your picks in the live chat. I want to see it. Chiefs versus Eagles again. Chiefs. I'm over the Chiefs, man. I guess you have to be a Chiefs fan. Cowboys will win. There you go. Clemson finally played a game this year. I mean, actually tried and played. There you go. Are you a Clemson graduate? Let us know in the live chat, Orion. Confirmed by PDubs. Arcade assets purchased by AtGames. No, I don't think so. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, guys. Do you like rhythm arcade games, like rhythm games? Like Dance Dance Revolution and stuff like that. Are you guys into that? I know it's a niche thing. Maybe it's for the younger crowd that actually, can get up there and dance. Like, were you into it when you were younger? That stuff's been around since we were young. Never a thing for me, mostly because I have the worst hand-eye coordination. Like even like Wii Dance and all those games, like I really couldn't get into them because I just couldn't keep up with the stuff. I didn't have the proper hand-eye coordination. But I wanted to highlight something because this is something related to Multicade Mondays. There's a nice gentleman out there. His name is Geo, really good guy. Got to know him a little bit on Discord. And he does frequency style arcade. Now, I have a link for this in the video description below. This is his Etsy store. He's just starting out. He does full commission cabinets, which are frequency games, or you could just get the actual controller and he'll build it for you and send you the controller. That way, you could mod an arcade one up here and actually turn it into a rhythm style arcade game. And I thought this was interesting because although it's not what I think is a super, super hot item right now, I actually think that what he's doing is kind of cool. It's kind of different. There's a customer for everything. And if you guys aren't aware of it, maybe this is something that would interest you. He does all different kind of control panel artworks and stuff like that. Pretty decent quality buttons get put in here. And I'm actually going to show you a video right here of him doing his hand pump it up. Let's go full screen. And I have to have the music low here, so I have to have the music muted so we don't get a copyright claim. But take a look at this, man. Look at the way he's going. Like Dance Dance Revolution, all those games. I don't even have the feet to brain coordination to do it, let alone do this right here. But take a look right here, man. Isn't that pretty cool? Like you got to give this guy credits. That's what does my buddy B Kong say? B Kong says taking it to the next level. In my opinion, this kid is taking it to the next level. This is a neat thing. And if you're somebody out there who actually likes playing these kind of games, this could be a mod for you, something to think about. And if you have an arcade one up laying around collecting dust, I mean, why not? Why not put some new life into it? With the mod I did today with the retro shooter on my arcade one up T2, that definitely brought some new life to that arcade machine in the house. So it's always fun when you mod stuff and you kind of get back into it. But take a look at this, man. This is incredible. How can obviously Geo's a big fan of these kind of games and he's really good at playing them, which is why he's doing this. But guys, do me a favor. If you're interested in stuff like this, I have the link for his YouTube channel below where you could watch video demonstrations of him playing these kind of games. There's about 4 videos up there. As well as there's the Etsy link for his Etsy store if you guys want to whatchamacallit, pick up some of these panels and maybe start doing your own mod. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, the panels are expensive, but he's doing all the work for you. You're going to plug and play it with your PC, that's running these kind of games. So yeah, I mean, hats off to the guy, right? Like I love seeing new stuff. And think about it. I've been covering this hobby for 4 years or so. I've seen some Guitar Hero cabinets and stuff. This is the first time me personally has seen something like this. It's legit the first time I've seen something like this. So I thought it was really cool. I wanted to highlight it. Wanted to help give the guy a little exposure in case you guys want to go check it out. Yeah, I saw there's a mini Dance Dance arcade. So, again, I I saw it, but I didn't pick one up because, it's not my jam. Thanks so much, Jason. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, man, I think it looks cool. I mean, he's doing the work for you. You get the artwork on the panel, you get really good quality buttons, and you get everything set up. That way, you just plug and play it into your PC that plays these kind of games. So that's pretty cool. Very unique. Yeah, very unique. Or it won't be unique if you buy your control panel today and do that mod. I'm just kidding, man. Geo's a good guy. Make sure you guys check his stuff out. So that's pretty cool. All right. So one thing I want to talk about today is the AtGames Legends Pinball. You guys are big fans of the AtGames Legends Pinball, right? So I saw a video earlier today by Wagner's Tech Talk, and he did a video which you guys probably want to check out on his channel, showing off the surround sound feedback kit plus all the different changes that they've put into the user interface and things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of footage here. I have to say, man, the Legends pinball is definitely what I would like to call still a work in progress. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's definitely a work in progress. I don't know how they're going to release this thing by December to people, but maybe they will. Maybe they will. However, what I saw today, I actually got pretty excited about because you could adjust the actual strength of the accelerometers as well as you could adjust the strength of the solenoids, which that I thought was really, really cool. Now, I did pre-order my own unit. I am going to buy my own At Games Legends Pinball Adams family with my own money, of course. But the fact that you could actually adjust the solenoids, and when you play the audio on my PC here, I have like the surround sound system hooked up to my PC because I game up here. So, of course, I could hear it with my surround sound system. I could hear really good how soft and then loud the solenoid sounded. And I thought that that was really cool. So it's nice that you could actually adjust that feature. Um, and then, of course, you could do various sound checks and things like that. So for the At Games Legends Pinball 4KP, I like the improvements that Wagner showed today. I like the improvements that they showed today. Now, when it comes to the actual, like right here, you're doing the sound check. When you have that kit put in, I mean, take a look. You got 7 speakers on this thing, 7 speakers on this thing. So it's going to be loud and proud in your home. I guess some of the machines at the Chicago Pinball Expo had the surround sound kit in it, which is, I think, what Wagner said in his video. But I never heard anyone really talk about the sound while they were there. But then again, they were at the expo. It's just like going to an arcade. You really can you really hear the pinball machine you're playing? Probably not with all the noise going on around you, right? So no one really talked about it at the expo, but I guess some of these machines had these kits in them and stuff like that. But we never heard any feedback. In my opinion, this is some good stuff that they got going on here from a user point of view. And then he did like an audio test and stuff like that. I thought Wagner's video was really, really good in my opinion. I thought he did a pretty good job here showing this off. This actually gets me a little more excited for the machine. However, the stuff that I worry about is like, how good are the Zen pinball games going to run? He said that they got a new version of Adam's Family he'll be testing soon, so we'll have to see when that comes out. Do they have the ability to get these games optimized and running well on the platform? Yes, absolutely, because you got Magic Pixel, you got Zen Studios, you got At Games, they're all working together. Even Magic Pixel, I heard, is helping the Zen Studios guys, and why? Because they're very familiar with the At Games systems and how things work with the sheer number of games that they've created for this system, as well as games they've ported over from their own library. So with them working with the Zen guys, helping the Zen guys get up to speed, I'm feeling pretty good that, but the games will perform well. It just sucks that they weren't performing well at the expo. I think that put a damper on a lot of people's spirits and things like that. Let's get some of your feedback here in the live chat. Yeah, Wagner did a good job with his video. Let's see here. The high def was updated, runs smooth, which means 4K Zen table should run good. John says ALP high def is the way to go until the ALP 4K has better artwork. Wouldn't be surprised if it was delayed to February. In my opinion, this is my opinion. You know, in my opinion, if everything is not dialed in, ready to go, if the surround sound kit needs adjustments, because there people are going to get their surround sound kits when they get their pinball machines because they had to pre-order those as two separate items. Like if everything's not dialed in, the solenoids, the games, in my opinion, there's no excuse. Like everything needs to be 100% ready. That way, when people turn on their machines when they receive them, they'll probably have to do a day one firmware update. But everything should be working: the speakers, the monitors, the solenoids, the accelerometers. All the games should have the proper back glasses, DMDs working correctly, as well as all the games need to be performing well. AtGames kind of got away with this with the AtGames Legends Pinball High Def. It was a brand new product. It was their first venture into this space. And when that product was shipped to people in a December month, by January, February, March, April, they were still activating OTG mode. They were still trying to get third party applications up and running. They were still trying to make sure that everything worked with it, like those little, you guys remember the blast dongles? Like every single week there was an update and things that they kept having to put in. But in my opinion, this is going to be your premier product. So if this is going to be your premier product, it needs to be ready to go day one. That way, the only thing that we'll be adding in the future is going to be new games. When new games come out, new game packs. And if AtGames releases this thing and it's like, oh, OTG mode doesn't work. When you do OTG mode, your plunger doesn't work. Like all those ridiculous issues, like stuff like that's going to be unacceptable in my opinion, especially if people are spending $1,000 on this product. It needs to work out of the box day one. So the pressure's on AtGames as well as their partners, Zen Studios, Magic Pixel, Farside Studios. Pressure's on all of them to deliver a great product to us. And maybe if some of you think I'm being too tough on this, I think we went through this once with AtGames where AtGames was able to say, "Okay, here's the pinball machine, but we're working on it. Here's your machine. Thanks for your money, but we're working on it." And it took about 4 or 5 months before everything was operational, or at least satisfactory operational. In my opinion, this machine it shouldn't take 5 months. So my thought process is, and this kind of circles back to what we were talking about, and you guys let me know if you agree or disagree. My thought process is, if come December you're not ready, don't ship it. If come January you're not ready, don't ship it. You know what I mean? I mean, in my opinion, ship this thing when it's ready to go. Especially because you're counting on people a lot of media coverage and things like that. And can you imagine if people receive this thing and stuff doesn't work? Oh man, they're going to be people are going to be upset, man. People are going to be upset. Yeah, $1,300. If you spend $1,300 but features don't work, you're going to be upset. I think you would be. I know I would be because that's the cost of a premier product, in my opinion. That's not the cost of, let's just say, a toy arcade. That's a premier product. Right here, Edensoft. Edensoft, they're a developer, gaming creator. So many AAA companies are releasing too many products before they're finished. So my trust in them has been shaken. Yeah, man, we want it. We want it to work, and I want OTG mode to work. That's the biggest thing that I'm worried about. I want that to be working, as well as I want to be able to run and bring my own arcade games and play them either vertically on the main body of the pinball machine, or because it's got that nice size back glass, and since our joysticks, the joystick and button control panels, since that works with the machine, it'd be kind of cool if you feel like taking a pinball break. I'm going to play, like a game on the horizontal monitor because that's all stuff that you can on the back glass because that's all stuff you could do today. So provided that they're not getting rid of coin ops X and stuff like that, all that stuff needs to be working day one. It all needs to be working day one. What's up, C Marvel? Appreciated your comment on my video earlier today. C Marvel always leaves me awesome comments on my video. I do read almost all the comments I receive, so thanks so much, guys, for that. I thought I saw someone else pop in here. Let's see here. We got Andy's Game Room. Yep, this is what I was talking about. Wagner's here. Thanks so much, Wagner, for watching. All machines had it, but we couldn't hear it. That's exactly what I said, John. I would assume being at the show, you're not going to hear it when you're at the show. So nobody commented on that during any of the people were doing the floor tours and things like that. Damien, deal with it. What's up, Dubs? How's it been going for you? It's been going okay. I'm feeling a lot better. Sometimes you got to take a couple days and recover. Carl O's here. I love Carl. I know he's a big AtGames fan. Carl, with everything that you've seen, because you're like one of the biggest AtGames fans out there, if you're still in the live chat, do me a favor, brother. Are you still excited about the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K? Let me know in the live chat. Oh, yes, I caught this. John Wagner, if you're still here, spill the beans. So during his video, he added a little tidbit of commentary saying that the collector's edition of these machines, which are the machines that will have different artwork in limited quantities, something like 5,000 units for the AtGames Legends Pinball, he said in his video it was going to be announced shortly if they hadn't been announced at the time his video came out. I found that very interesting. Could we get some announcements this week, especially with what Wagner said? John, spill the beans. I'm no longer on AtGames media list. I figured I can cover their stuff without being on their media list. It just means I probably won't be first with information, but I can still cover it and my videos would do just fine. So honestly, I don't know if they gave something to other people on the media list and there's videos coming out. Wagner, spill the beans. Tell me what's going on. Matt the arcade guy's here. He's going to be that guy. Build a full-scale VPN, put the PC inside, run VPX 10.8 with the new POV options, point of view options, future pinball FX23. Why not just do that right and have all the options? Matt, let me ask you a question. Can you do all of that for $1,300? Let me know in the live chat what you think. So, for instance, a lot of times when you go to these retail outlets that sell these preloaded virtual pinball machines, you guys have seen them. They show up on your Facebook, they show up on OfferUp, they show up. Hell, you walk into like a billiard store. Billiard stores usually sell these preloaded cocktail tables and virtual pinball machines, and they're charging $3,000 to $5,000 for it. Now, keep in mind they are upcharging them severely. And also, I'm not a woodworker myself. I'm not a woodworker. So for me, I would actually have to buy a pinball cabinet, some sort of pinball cabinet, and then buy 4K screens, buy all the hardware, buy the PC, put it all together, and the costs add up. So if you can get it done for $1,300, why not? Why not, right? It's all about, can you get it done? Can you get it done? Up. Wagner didn't respond in the live chat. He's probably keeping quiet. Yep, and this is what Orion said. Some of us can't do that. Yep. So for instance, I did a video a couple days ago, no, last week, showing off the Retro Lizard light gun box. It's a little mini PC, right? Little mini PC that you can plug into your TV, you can plug it into your PC monitor, you can plug it into an arcade machine, and you can play your Sinden light gun games on your however you want to play them. And I had a couple comments in the video. People were like, "Well, wait a minute, PDubs. The this build is available publicly online. That Sinden build." Yes, it is. So, for instance, what's his name? Joel over at Retro Lizards Customs Arcades. He actually, he shared his build, his Batacera build. He shared it with those websites. Now, I can't give you the website names. I can't provide you links to the website names. A lot of you might know who they are because I don't want to get my channel in trouble. But if you actually have access to those websites and if you already have a gaming PC and if you're familiar with how to download an image, how to connect your solid state drive to your PC, how to make sure that you boot your PC from the solid state drive, and that way it boots into Batacera. How to set up your light guns, all that's like if you know how to do all that stuff, you could do it. But here's the thing, why do we cover products like this? We cover products like this because this little mini PC is ready to go. Batacera is installed, all the games are configured. The games are optimized for the most part. There's a couple games with issues, but Joel's aware of those. And what's cool is Joel provides awesome customer service where he'll actually dial into somebody's PC and help them fix stuff if they're not tech savvy. And if you think about it, let's say I download it. Well, I'm going to need to put it on a PC. And if I'm going to stick it in an arcade machine, am I going to put my laptop in there? Am I going to put my big desktop gaming PC in there? Am I going to carry my desktop gaming PC around? No, probably not, right? Probably the best way to go is to buy a mini gaming PC. Well, a mini gaming PC is going to cost you a couple $100 on Amazon. And the cost of this is a couple $100. So the cost is the same and you do a lot less work. You do a lot less work, right? So that's why we cover products like this to make sure that whether you're super experienced, tech savvy, know how to, me, I'm all about that pirate life. If you know how to do that stuff, it's great and you can save money that way. But then again, there's a lot of people out there who just want to buy something, plug it in, turn it on and it works, right? That's why I covered that product and I thought it was a worthwhile product for the right customer. You have to be the right customer for it, right? And you can upgrade it. There you go. Yep, Joel's a great guy. Joel from Retro Lizards is awesome. He's a super, super, super good guy. Like for instance, Carnival, there's a few steps you got to go through to get Carnival up and running. Depending on the popularity of the item, I don't mind making videos showing people how to do that stuff, but we'll have to see how it goes. You guys have to let me know. You guys are so funny with your hints in the live chat. I got like 3 CRTs and counting, can't get enough of them, so you're collecting CRTs. Yeah, CRTs will eventually become extinct to everyone. Having CRTs is nice. I have a couple real arcades and stuff, but like for instance, I took the CRT out of my Star Wars Pinball A because the monitor needs adjustment. My episode 1 pinball that has a CRT in it. But also, even when I do that adjustment, I'm probably not gonna put it in, I'm just gonna save it, I have it in a closet. That way, if I ever do resell the machine in the future, I can put it back in and sell it for its full value as, like, an original machine. But for right now, I'm rocking the LCD monitor in there. It doesn't impact gameplay at all. It's awesome, and it looks great. And although it's not the CRT, it I'm keeping my CRT lasting longer. Does that make sense? By having it in the closet. I gotta drop it off to have an adjustment made. There's a place in Tempe, that Arizona, that does that stuff because monitors, I know some basics. I've done some monitor adjustments, but I'm still learning like everybody else, right? Mm. All right, so there you go. So that was, I forgot where we went with that. Either way, so that's, we were talking about ALP 4K. So that's what's going on. Again, I was pretty happy to see Wagner's video today. It started making me think positive again about the machine. I think the biggest concern right now is gameplay and will everything work when it comes out? And if everything's not going to work when it comes out, my opinion is don't ship the product because I know I'm not going to be nice about it if I receive my machine for, again, I bought the surround sound kit, $1,300 plus shipping taxes. You're talking $1,500 all in. Like if I receive it and stuff doesn't work and AtGames is like, "Oh, we'll have it up and running in a month or two." Well, we all know the history of AtGames with their firmware updates, right? Like and also their promised dates. AtGames will give people dates and they never hit the date. They never ever do. Hey guys, here's the date. Correction. Okay, I'll take it back. I'll walk that back. They did tell people in October you'll get the Gottlieb update on your pinball machine. And yeah, they got it out to us October 31st, like really late, like 5 p.m. But hey, at least they met the deadline, right? But all their other stuff, right? Like, hey guys, we got a firmware update coming out in February. We've all been through this, right? It doesn't come out until June. You know what I mean? So everything better work when I receive it. That's all I got to say. No excuses at games. Pressure's on you, not on me. All right, so let's get off that topic. So, what do you guys think about the at games? Uh, what do you guys think about the Alien versus Predator stuff? I caught a lot of 19K Fox's stream. You could tell how excited he was about the possibility of that being real. Um, and and again, that kind of excitement gets me excited when I see people that excited. Even though I own a real Qbert arcade cabinet, if Arcade went up or At Games or some other company came in and they made a anywhere from a three-quarter to full-size recreation cabinet of a Qbert, because that's my favorite arcade game of all time, I would be excited too, even though I already own one. And would I buy it? Probably, because it'd be great to compare 'em. Um, but his excitement was pretty infectious, and he provided a lot of great info on his live stream. Yeah, he's probably already in line at Best Buy. Alien vs Predator is a cool game, and I remember 19K Fox and I we were going to do so on Fightcade. You guys are familiar with Fightcade, the website. Fightcade, we could go in and we could actually play two-player online Alien versus Predator, right? They have the game there, and we were gonna do that and stuff. But again, we never we never got around to it. What's interesting is if Arcade One Up does it, maybe it'll be an online enabled cabinet, and all those three-player games that'll be on it, maybe we'll all be able to play those games together, stuff like that. Would I want to buy the cabinet? It's kind of tough because all those Capcom beat 'em ups are on every single multicade that I already own, right? Like all these games, all those games are already here. So it's kind of redundant. But you get the arcade one up because you want it to look as close as they can get it to the original arcade. Plus, with the online play. But what stinks about that is after a couple of months, a lot of people drop out. Like it's the new hotness. It's like when any video game is released. Think about it. When a video game is released, everybody's playing it. And then a couple months later, people drop out, right? People drop out. When my wife is excited, it's just more fun. Same with arcade games. There you go. I think it's real too as well. That's what I said on Super Game Room Dudes, because I had talked to Reese too behind the scenes. Reese told me, he goes, "Hey man, it's real, but the person who I got it from asked me to take it down because they were getting pressure from leaking it because the people at Arcade One Up were like, 'Who's the leaker? What's going on?'" So it's pretty real. It's pretty real. And it's nice to see Arcade One Up come out with new games. Like we got to see new games, new titles from them, and stuff like that. Hey, Charlie Chuck, how are you, man? Thanks so much. The games list is suspect. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe that's not even final. Maybe that's not even final, but we'll see. In my opinion, Arcade One Up is shopping the cabinet and seeing if any retailers will buy it, and somebody got it and leaked it. So who knows? It could be like Double Dragon and what are some of the other ones? Double Dragon. What else? The Sonic the Hedgehog cabinet. You guys remember that from last year? Or was that earlier this year? I think it was last year. Sonic the Hedgehog cabinet, the beer tapper cabinet. Maybe retailers aren't going to buy it. And if retailers aren't going to buy it, that means we're not going to get it. So there you go. Three-quarter Qbert, no riser, three-quarter Qbert with riser, then lit marquee, deluxe XL, Pac-Man 2.0. So it's speaking of Qbert, my buddy Jason here, our moderator, he sent me an email saying, "Hey, P-Dubs, check this out." And it was a picture of the Arcade One Up website, and it had a Qbert cabinet on it. And it was a really horrible Photoshop. Like once I zoomed in on the cabinet, I could see it was a bad Photoshop. But they almost got me. They were like, "P-Dubs, they're coming out with Qbert." And man, that would have been really, really cool. Do you think Arcade One Up will make it this next year, or is it still too early to say? I think it's too early to say. I mean, the company has definitely changed ownership, right? Companies changed ownership. This is what happens when you take seed money from an investment firm. Either you pay back the money or we get to take over your company. And sure enough, they take over the company and all the other leaders at Arcade One Up are then disposed of. And then now they're pretty much in charge of the company. Um, so in my opinion, if that investment firm thinks that they can make money off of the brand, they'll keep going. But if they feel that they're not going to make any money off the brand and it was a bad investment to begin with, maybe they'll sell it off or shut it down. I think right now it's still too early to say. I remember like 6 months ago, I did a no, not 6 months ago, like 4 months ago, I did a video saying, "Will Arcade One Up be sold in 2024?" Well, I don't think it was really sold. I think ownership is transferred. This is just my assumption. I think ownership has already transferred, but will the new owners, the investment company, will they actually sell the company next year or keep it going or shut it down? I think it's too early to say right now. I think it's too early to say right now. We'll have to see. If next year you don't see like a bunch of new titles coming out, I think the writing will definitely be on the wall. Yes, this is it right here. New games and things will like a company that's about to shut down isn't going to keep releasing a whole bunch of brand new stuff. They'll just put out Pac-Man, Street Fighter, something to keep the lights, pay the light bill, things like that. Let's see here. Tekken or Soul Calibur would sell like crazy. I would be okay with Soul Calibur. I'm not the world's biggest Tekken fan, but I wouldn't mind a Virtua Fighter cabinet. I think a Virtua Fighter cabinet would be cool. Let me know what you guys think. I like playing Virtua Fighter. Tekken 3. Oh, Jason, you got jokes, man. You got lots of jokes. Atari was the same way since the new ownership. I've started warming up to their new focus on indie games. Yeah, Atari's making moves, man. Atari's making a lot of moves. They're doing acquisitions as well as they're releasing games, as well as they're they're continuing to do what they did with the Recharge series. If you think about it, like Haunted House, they're taking their old games and bringing them back in a newer form factor. But also, they're re-releasing the 2600 and they're re-releasing brand new cartridges for the 2600 games. Now they are overcharging on those. Like if you go to the Atari website, a lot of the cartridges are like 30, 40, $50 for like one Atari cartridge game, a re-release. It's a lot of money for something you could probably pick up at your, half price bookstore for like $2. It'll have like a $2 sticker on it for like an original cartridge. But still, man, Atari's making moves. Watch out for Atari. Atari's back. Atari's back. Yeah, and I heard rumor, and keep in mind this is just rumor. The rumor I heard is that Taito is going to be doing the same thing. That Taito or Tato is going to be doing. You remember how they came out with that the newer Space Invaders game that ended up on the iArcade? Well, considering Atari's success with Recharged and stuff, from what I've heard, Taito's going to be re-releasing a bunch of games in a more modern form. Kind of like the Recharge series. So that'd be kind of cool if that comes to fruition as well. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they bring back these IPs. In my opinion, the new carts work on old hardware, so that's rad. That is true. That is true. We need arcade Primal Rage with perfect emulation. Yeah, that is true. Atari will never be good enough. It's the game era that was too early for good enough, like the Bulls in the 80s, yet to hit its peak. Yeah, man, the Bulls in the 80s. Woo! It wasn't until 1989, 90 that Jordan and my Bulls took off. So that is true. During the 80s, Jordan couldn't win. He would average 36 points per game, but he couldn't win. He couldn't win a championship. It wasn't until we got Scotty and Horace and the boys and gave him a team that he could actually win. One man can't do it all. Hey, don't I have Primal Rage? Be nice, be nice. All right, let's pull up some stuff. So a couple things I'm going to be focusing on over the next couple of months is my arcade restoration project. So I know some of you guys really like to tune in for me covering home arcades and stuff like that, which is great. I greatly appreciate it. But when it comes to when I have purchased some real arcades, and if you guys recall, I did these videos and I showed off the real arcades that I picked up, such as Qbert, my dream cabinet here. Jeez, I don't know what's up with that boring camera shot. Either way, I'm going to start working on the restoration on these. These have been on the back burner. I have everything I need to do them. So we're going to be painting Qbert. We're going to apply new artwork because the artwork is messed up on both sides. We're going to clean up and just paint everything. Like Qbert, from a hardware point of view, is in fantastic shape. It's just aesthetically, it needs some cleaning up. So it's going to be more or less an aesthetic restoration. Like right here, you can see all the messed up, holes in the artwork and stuff. I got all new artwork, things like that. So hopefully you guys will check out those videos. I'm going to pull the cabinets into the garage and I'm going to start painting them and things like that. And also, I was curious if do you guys would you guys actually want to do a Qbert live stream? You got to let me know in the live chat. I don't really live stream a lot of gameplay. Papa Brad's gaming. He challenged me by not letting me know he challenged me. He challenged me to like a Qbert high score challenge, and the way he did it is he put a video on his channel and tagged me in the video. But that was it. Like he didn't like message me like, "Hey man, you want to collab on something?" But I was thinking about it'd be like really cool to do. Look at this. I'm gonna paint the whole back of the cabinet and stuff. We're gonna sand things down. But I am a pretty good Qbert player, obviously, because it's my favorite game, and I'd like to do it. So if you guys are interested and want to join me, we're talking about Qbert right now, JJ. The Qbert news is well, we're giving an update on my Qbert cab. So, and of course, I got to clean all this up. But look how clean that motherboard looks. Look at how green that looks. But look at the other boards, right? I got to clean all that up, make it look all shiny again. So, hopefully, you guys will watch the restoration. Plus, I'm going to do a video showing how we add the J Rock board to this. That way, we can add more games to it and play them with the CRT. I have the J Rock board and we'll get all this cleaned up and stuff. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that video. It'll be fun. So I'm going to be working on that as well as when it comes to my Primal Rage cabinet. And again, if you're new to the channel and you didn't see this stuff, these videos are on my channel. But we picked up Primal Rage, and my problem here with this video is um trying to capture the CRT monitor. Was kind of hard to do. As you can see here, if I use like a cell phone, for some reason, cell phone cameras they have they have the right shutter speed to capture a CRT, and but when I use like any other camera, it doesn't work, right? Like I have to adjust the shutter speed on my cameras, but I figured it out. I figured it out basically, and we could also do some gameplay of Primal Rage if you guys want to see it. Like right here, this is using a different camera that can't capture the shutter speed of the CRT. It looks like someone's gonna have a epileptic seizure watching these videos. I felt really bad about it, especially when I got the comments on the videos. People are like, "PDubs, you should have said seizure warning." I was like, "I'm sorry, man." But either way, what we're gonna do here with my Primal Rage is I also got new artwork. I got artwork. Remember, mine is missing that beautiful Primal Rage artwork on the side. So we got some new artwork to put on. And I put up a poll in the live chat. I put up a poll in no, not in my live chat. I said in my on my community thread. I said I'm going to put this artwork on, but when it comes to T molding, because all the T molding needs replaced on this arcade, I said, should I go orange, yellow, black, or red? Because mine has got black right now, but it's all messed up. It needs replaced, the T molding. And everybody voted red. So I ordered some brand new blood red T molding that we're going to put on here as well. So I can't wait to put this side panel artwork. Tell me that side panel artwork doesn't look great. Like I'm excited to put that on. I can't wait to see what it looks like. So either way, pretty excited about this. So we're going to finally get to these restoration projects as well as the Qbert cocktail take cabinet that's been in my garage for now year and a half, almost 2 years, just sitting there collecting dust. Finally going to work on them. What sucks about living in Arizona is during the summer, your garage is like 110 degrees. And I don't have an air conditioned garage. So doing any work in there is just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But now that it's nice out, it's only like 60, 70, 80 degrees out. The garage is perfect temperature. I'll actually be able to get some work done in the garage because I can't do all this kind of work, painting and stuff inside the house. My wife will kill me. What's up, Gelga guy? Good to see you. So hopefully you guys will be around for those. I mean, I'm not going to be able to cover a lot of the uh, news, like arcade news, as much. If you've noticed, I've been trying to keep more the focused on doing reviews, tutorials, and mods versus news. There's so many people out there covering the news. They're doing a great job of it, and whatchamacallit, stuff like that. So hopefully I can keep pushing out these videos, which I think, what's the word? They're more evergreen, right? Like if you watch a news video on YouTube, the news is only relevant when that video is released. It's not relevant. Like, would you go back and watch that video 2 weeks later? Probably not. But if you release a review, a mod, a tutorial, something like that, that content's more evergreen, right? So there's a reason to go back and watch it more than once. That kind of stuff. Let's see here. I give the arcade one-up pinballs less than a week to live if they were put inside your garage. Yeah, that's true. Thanks so much, Ettensoft, for coming in. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so I do have it. There's this aluminum silver foil insulation that you can tape to your inside of your garage door, and that'll reflect a lot of the heat because all the heat comes from the garage door, from this metal garage door, big two-car garage door. All the heat inducting and it like superheats it, and all that air comes into the garage. You can actually put this aluminum foil stuff on. I actually have it in the garage in a box. I actually had to buy like two or three boxes worth, and you have to cut it and tape it up there. So I'll get to that as well. Yes, it's a great time for projects. Yes. I'm having I would love a Qbert. Oh, come on, man. So Qbert would put you to sleep? That's not cool. Get a portable AC. I should look into that. I should look into that. But yeah, I haven't been able to do any work in the garage because this summer was so damn hot. We had record breaking heat here in Arizona, guys. And the garage was terrible. Like just going into the garage to put something in the recycling bin, you were like, "Oh my god, it's so hot in there." It was terrible. Anyway, I want to give you guys an update on my Venom pinball machine. So if you guys notice, I haven't done a video yet on my Venom pinball machine that I picked up. And again, the only reason why I bought this is because I didn't buy a ton of stuff this year, so I actually had a little bit of money. I had a little bit of money to spare, which was nice this year in order to pick this up. But my Venom pinball machine already broke on me, so let's see if we can find the ramp here. So this is the Pro. All right, let's keep going. Oh, wait, we saw a shot. Okay, right here. So this is what happens with real pinball machines, right? So my Venom pinball machine, this part right here, if you got, can you guys see my mouse? Let me know if you guys can see it. So my mouse is moving up and down over this ramp. So this right here, this is the adjustable ramp. So this ramp, it goes up and down, right? When you play a game, you have four different characters to choose from. And this ramp will, right now it's all the way forward. So this ramp will lean back depending on what characters you choose. Like if you pick Flash Thompson, it's all the way back. If you pick Gwen Stacy, it's halfway up. If you pick Venom or Peter Parker, it's all the way down. Now, what happens is when you play as Flash Thompson and the ramp is all the way up, there's a metal piece here because what happens is when you shoot your pinball and your pinball comes up here, when you play as Flash Thompson and the ramp is all the way up, all it does is it bangs into the ramp, and this little white thing here, which you guys can barely see, this little white thing right here, this little stick pops up and it traps the ball in the cup when you play as Flash Thompson. But when your ball hits it repeatedly, what happens is it then makes this whole ramp come loose. You see there's screws in there. So what happened with mine is whatchamacallit, my ramp was no longer lining up here. So what my ramp was doing is my ramp was getting would fall down because it was loose and it would get stuck on the bell tower. And see how this sits on top of the tracks? It would be in between the tracks. So this side would be here, this side would be here. It was off centered. And I tightened it and I fixed it and it was fine. And then it came loose again. It came loose again. So I reach out to Stern. Now this cracks me up. This is a fun story. I reach out to Stern and I'm like, hey, I bought your product. It's under warranty. Here's my situation. I sent them videos. Do you know what Stern told me? So the customer service rep at Stern tells me, he goes, really sorry to hear about this, Patrick. Unfortunately, we don't have any Venom premiums here at the home office warehouse. If you guys remember, they got this whole new big facility in the Chicagoland area. And that's where this guy's working out of, the customer service rep. He's like, we don't have one here to test, look at, and recreate the problem. It's like, really? You don't even have like one of each of your machines? He goes, but I'll send this down to the engineers in the warehouse and see what they think. And they sent it down. So here was the big solution. Check this out. Here's what the engineers told me for a $10,000 pinball machine. They said, open up the pinball machine, lift up your table, which I've already done, and retighten all the screws, which I've already done. Retighten all the screws to get the ramp line back up. And then they told me to take off the wire ramp because there's a screw here and there's a screw over here, if you could still see my mouse, that hold this wire ramp in place. They said, take it off. Now check this out. This is going to crack you up. Take off the wire ramp and bend it. Bend it and make it wider. That was their big solution. Bend it and make it wider. That way, if it comes loose again, you don't even have to go tighten it again. That was their big solution. So $10,000 pinball machine, they want me to take this and just bend it open. That's right. They want me to bend these open. That way, this will always be in the middle of the wires. And I was like, come on, man. Like, seriously? Like, I don't know if my ramp is faulty or if it's just literally what happens is when pinballs bang into it, it knocks it loose, man. It knocks it loose. And it actually makes me kind of regret picking up the Venom Premium. And the reason why I went with Premium is because of this, right? This whole feature plus this adjusts as well. Because every time you pick a different character with the ramps changing, it's like a totally different game. It's totally different game, different table goals, and it's awesome. Whereas the Venom Pro doesn't have this. The Venom Pro just has a horseshoe going around here. The ball just goes around here. And you're playing the same pinball game over and over and over. This one, it's like you're playing 4 different pinball games because this adjusts, plus this adjusts. Sometimes this is down, this is up. There's a chute underneath here. There's a hole for underneath the table where the ball travels. So the Venom Premium, in my opinion, was a better way to go because it could do so much. They could do so much. I mean, 4 different ways to play the game, right? But it makes me kind of regret getting it because the mech is already acting up, and we've got a couple hundred plays on it already. So doesn't that stink? Doesn't that stink? Like I told the guys, like, so you want me to do what I've already done, but bend the wires. I was like, it's getting stuck on the bell tower. When the ramp falls down here, it gets stuck on the roof of the bell tower because the ramp keeps coming loose every time pinballs hit it. Either way, we're gonna have to fiddle with it some more and see what I might have to call my distributor and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, they basically told me to fix it themselves. So, yeah, so poor design flaws. So, I think what's funny is a lot of people have covered Venom Pinball. A lot of people have played Venom Pinball. But how many people actually owned Venom Pinball and played it a couple hundred times to see what breaks or what doesn't break? I don't think a lot of people have. So I'll have to put a video. They don't know I have a YouTube channel, and even though that doesn't mean anything, it's not like a threat. Like I'll definitely make a video saying, "Hey guys, just so you know, this happened with my Venom Premium, and this is how I fixed it. In case this happens to you, that's why I would make that video to help inform others." But still, like stuff like that. Where is Ric Flair when you need him? I mean, Gary Stern. So yeah, so that happens, guys. So that again, like just because you spend $10,000 on something, it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect and amazing and nothing's going to go wrong with it. And it could happen this quickly. Hell, you spend $20,000 on a car and something could crap out and you have to take the car to the shop, right? Does that mean you wasted your money? No. Just means sometimes shit breaks, but this was a little unexpected for me that the mech is acting up so much already. Because when the mech falls and it's trapped in between the bell tower and the wire ramp, well, guess what happens? The ball can't get through. And if the ball gets stuck, the machine doesn't know what to do. The machine panics. And I actually have to take the glass off and open the whole thing up and get to it and fix it. So it's been a little bit of a pain in the butt, because what stinks is I bought a really cool topper. I bought a really cool topper, plus I bought some mods for this pinball machine. Did you guys see my topper? Did any of you see it? So there's a guy in the Pinside community, really cool guy. He's kind of popular. His name is Slipstream Pinball, and he makes custom toppers. Right here. He makes custom toppers. So I ordered this custom topper. Now, I didn't want to show it lit up until I made the video for it. So, and I also didn't want to show the full effect. That's why I'm kind of zoomed in on it here on the back glass. But it's so cool. Like, I love this Venom topper. It looks great. Like, I spent a lot of money on the topper. Plus, I bought mods for the playfield and stuff. And I haven't even been able to get to it because the damn ramp on the thing broke. And like Michael B, my buddy Michael B, his Godzilla pinball machine was just acting up on him and he had to fix his as well. So whether you spend a couple $100 on a toy arcade and the joysticks and the buttons or controls break on you, because that's probably what's going to break first, or whether you spend $10,000 on a premium product that's got mechanics and mechanical things to it, this is going to happen. It's all part of the hobby, you know? That's why I'm like annoyed, but not like angry, because I get it. This is all part of the hobby. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Well, even your V pin can break. You could have an issue with your PC and all of a sudden, boom, you can't launch any pinball game. And now you got to spend hours troubleshooting it, right? Is this 19K Fox's fake account, the hot tamale kid? I'm just kidding, man. Loctite on the screws. There you go. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That's actually good. I don't remember exactly what he said was wrong with it, but he had to take it apart and put something back together to get it working. You'll have to ask him tomorrow when he does his show. I think he's doing his show. He's doing his show tomorrow. Also, one other item I wanted to cover. Thanks so much, guys. You guys are awesome considering it's late at night. We actually have more people here than I thought we would. So I greatly appreciate that. Oh, my wife Melissa loves the retro shooter mod that we did on our T2 cabinet. Did you guys catch the video today? If you didn't catch the video today, do me a favor and watch a little bit of the video. I greatly appreciate it. Just watch it for 5 minutes. Like that's all we need. But we did that mod, and the entire time I was doing it, she wasn't really happy because she didn't want me fiddling with her T2 cabinet. But once I got it up and running and I showed her she still had T2, and I showed her how to get to the light gun games, and I showed her that she had Duck Hunt and Police Trainer, which are two of her favorite light gun games. She was super happy. She played it and she really, really enjoyed it. So no complaints there. Now these are gonna be, shipping, uh, let me pull right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I spent a lot of time on it. It took me 6.5 hours to record it, and it took me 2.5 hours to edit it. So it's almost like 10 hours to put together an 18-minute video for you guys. But this is something different right here. This is our GRS control panel mod that I did with the GRS Super Joystick. I just want to be certain whether you're here live or if you catch this on replay, do you guys actually want a video of this being installed into an AtGames Legends Ultimate? At minimum, let's go back to that camera shot. Now, the AtGames Legends Ultimate, at minimum, you're going to have to install your mode and way button, which either means, which is probably going to mean you need to drill a hole and add this button, kind of like you would if you had a 4-way, 8-way gate switcher joystick from Glenn's Retro Show. So you're going to have to add this button in this joystick. The other buttons, you don't really have to worry about adding. You're going to use the stock AtGames buttons. But if you guys want that video, let me know. When I asked on this video, I only had like 3 or 4 people in the comments section of the video say they'd be interested in that. So, whatchamacallit, if there's no interest, I'm not going to do it. But if there is interest, I'll do it. So I think it'd be pretty cool because what's cool is even though it's a rotary joystick and it's got the push pull function on it as well, it's a joystick, and you could actually use this to play all your games on your Legends Ultimate. You can play Mortal Kombat, you can play Street Fighter, you can play all your beat 'em up games, you could use it for anything. It doesn't have to just be the rotary. You know what I mean? So if you guys really want that, I'll do that video as well, unless someone beats me to it, which is fine too, because if someone beats me to it, I can scratch it off my list. um yeah, we were talking I just wanted to mention T2 real quick that my wife really liked it. I hope you guys check out that video. Also, guys, we are I noticed today we are at 18,600 subscribers, which is awesome and amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting this channel. Next year, next month we hit our 4-year anniversary on YouTube. Hopefully by December, end of December, we'll be around 20K. Hopefully we can get to 19K in the next couple of weeks, provided I could get some good videos out there for you. When we get to 20K, I still plan on doing a big giveaway for everybody, to pay back all the viewers for taking time out of their lives and watching my stuff. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that button. I mean, there's a lot of people like, according to my YouTube analytics, like 52% of the people that watch me have watched my videos more than one time. They're returning viewers, but they don't hit the subscribe button. So if you like watching the content, if you keep coming back, hit that button, costs you nothing, and it helps the channel. It helps the channel. So, a tour of the arcade. I'll do a YouTube short of my arcade tomorrow, Galga guy. And when you see it, you're going to throw up because when you're always tinkering and working on videos and testing products like I am, my arcade, my loft is a mess. I actually got yelled at today for it. It's a disgusting mess in there. So if you want a tour of that mess, let me know. I'm actually thinking when the Legends Pinball 4K comes out of doing an unofficial Legends Center or like Legends Center unhinged. You know what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't be a sponsored show because At Games and me aren't working together. Um, I'm actually thinking about doing it. If you want me to do it, let me know in the comments or in the live chat. And I talked to Tech Buzz, and he was kind of interested in it, but he's got a lot going on right now as well. He's killing it, trying to do a lot of this console content he's working on. He might not have time to do another show, but I'd love to do it with him. uh Legend Center Unchained or Legend Center Unhinged. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's disgusting. No, you'll just make fun of me. You'll call me a slob. You'll say I'm gross. But yeah, my wife, yeah, she yelled at me. The loft looks horrible right now. there's so much crap everywhere. So, okay. Well, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me on this late night I Hate Monday show. You guys have been an awesome audience as always. Um, if you enjoyed the stream, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out because that thumbs up helps a ton. It helps a ton with the show. And if you caught this on replay, give me your comments, feedback, reaction. I will not be doing Multicade Mondays tomorrow, which is why we did our I Hate Mondays show tonight. But I do have some good videos planned for you guys coming out this week. So hopefully you guys will be free to check those videos out. Thanks so much, everybody. You guys have a great day. And remember, I hate Mondays, but I love all of you. Talk to you guys real soon.